Yo, what's going on, everyone? We won with Galactimon today. We got that beautiful Pally Ace. Yeah, our locals is doing these for the next, I think just this will be the second last locals to win one, so I think we got one more. I played Galacti, and I have a lot to say about this deck, so we'll we'll get into it because I see a lot of builds online, and without being rude to all those players, I kind of think they're playing the deck in a silly way because I feel like this deck's now an OTK deck in a way, and people are still playing it like a control deck. So I think that's a bit silly. But I love Galacti. I've been playing it for a while, but anyway, we'll get into the card by card. Two of the new Galacti. This is the BT21 Galacti. I think people are really overrating this card. I'm seeing it at 4 in everyone's list. Guys, this card sucks. This card is basically Scramble. Like, you recycle a card. And people are like, oh, but the inheritable means you can Evo into Snatchmon for cheap. No, it doesn't. When this Digimon Digivolve into a Digimon with the Vemmon text, reduce it by 1. So if you Digivolve on here, you don't get the inheritable unless it's already under there, right? Unless it's already 1 deep, then you get it. So that just doesn't come up enough. And I know people say, oh, well, you can turn these, this Vemmon can stack it underneath from its search, and this one can stack it underneath from its search. I just don't think that's viable. Like, I'm just playing 2, and I kind of treat them the same way you would almost treat a Scramble card to just get back something I need. I think 2 is fine. I would even be happy playing it at 1, but I think 2 is a good number. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know if I'm missing some of these Vems, but first of all, I think those Vemmons are terror. Like, they don't contribute, right? They don't contribute to the OTK, so they're bad in my opinion, right? That's my logic on the deck list here. This Vemmon, the BT18 Vemmon, yeah, it's a 3 of. It's a 3 of. Why is it a 3 of? It can add Zenith. For those who don't know, this Zenith is part of the OTK. If you know, you know. I'll show you at the end, of course. But yeah, this Vemmon's great. It puts a Vem underneath and it adds a piece of the combo. I can even add, it can add literally Ragnarok cannon as well. So this Vem's way better than the other one. I don't let people fool you. I don't know. people be wild. Anyway, so far we've had 6 rookies. Now we've got 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yes, I'm on 20 Vems. Well, more specifically, I'm on 14 of these guys. People are cutting down on this. Like, I've seen people play 8. 8. What? Have they played Galacti before? 8? Huh? Maybe it's copium from me playing Galacti for so long, not wanting to cut this card. Maybe it is. Maybe I'm wrong. But so many cards you want to hit Galacti. So many cards you want to put Vem in the trash. So many cards you want to search and hit Vem. Like, when I turn this sideways, I want a Vem to be on the top 3 search. I don't know, man. I think you need to play half your deck as Vem, or just under half your deck as Vem. And with this, we have 20 Vemmons. That's, close to, it's 2/3 of your deck. That's pretty good. Sorry, it's 2/5 of your deck. It's pretty good. But yeah, I like this Vemmon still. I rate it. Why do I rate it? You turn it sideways, it gets you a combo piece. Note, it cannot add this, and it cannot add, that's not the combo piece. That Zenith is good, but it's not the combo piece. It can't add these 2 combo pieces, but it literally adds all of the other ones. So yeah, just let that be known. This Vemmon's goated, obviously. It's the OG. Very good card. We play a lot. Alright, new Snatchmon. We're going to talk about him. Because I said this card was bad initially, but then we saw the option in Galacti and I changed my mind. This card's great. It's a 3 or 4 of. It's Mega Mewtwo Y, but also in his edgy armor. Card is very good. On Digivolve or on play. You do on play this sometimes. Flip top 3, add 2, put 2 Vems under from trash. Very good, very good. Very good inheritable 2. Any Vemmon return to bottom of the deck. Delete when your opponent's level 4 play cost. Combos with this Tamer for the OTK. We'll get into that later. But yeah, good Vemmon. Good Snatchmon. Probably the best Snatchmon though. Well, you want to see this one early. Let's say that. You want to see this Snatchmon early game to set up your trash and search, right? Setting up Snatchmon, early game Snatchmon, turn 1 Snatchmon even, right? This is the Snatchmon you want to see to combo and get back in the game. This Snatchmon, you can hard play it for 2 by putting 4 Vem, Digicross from the trash. If you have nothing but Vemmons or you have nothing, Digicross into this from the trash for 2. Now you've got you've got 4 or more sources. You can now Evo from hand or trash. Sorry, you can evo from hand, but at end of turn. So you can easily go into Destroy, pop a bunch of cards. You can go into the new Destroy, get the protection, or de-digivolve. You can even go straight into Galacti, and it will only cost you, 5, right? So for 7 cost, play this out for 2. Digivolve for, should be 9 on a Snatch, but reduce it by 4. Guess what? Digivolve into this 7 cost combo. 7 cost combo. 7 cost combo. That is insane. 7 cost combo. And of course, Galacti plays out your cannon. So, the value in this card, oh my god, insane. Obviously, you want your Destromon inheritables. The Destromon inheritables are insane. Redirects and blocker stuff, like shenanigans, that's good. But let me tell you, this Snatchmon carries you. So, definitely play 4. I wouldn't want to play any less than 4, or pretty much both of these. The old Snatchmon's dead to me. Sorry, these Snatchmons are the GOAT. Yeah, don't play any other Snatchmons. But we'll get into the combo with these guys later because, yeah, these cards are insane. And they synergize really well with each other, even as different inheritables. All right, level 5s. This is the biggest mistake I made today. I played 2 promo. Don't do this. Play more. Play more. I wanted to play the new card, right? I wanted to test the new card. The new Distro. This card is great. It gives us the protection we always wanted. Protect sources, don't get de-digivolve, right? In theory, the perfect level 5 for the deck. Yes, but also this card is just so good. Every game, I was going Fusionize and just kept going to this. I had 3 of these in my hand at one point, and I'm like, nah, Fusionize for the one in the bin. Like, this card is just so good in so many matchups, and this format, people are trying to play Adventure, Hybrids, Imperial. So many Tamer important decks. If you verse Medusa, this card's kind of dead. So I guess in Medusa, this is good. But anyway, this card, very good against any Tamer-centric deck. And there just always is Tamer decks, right? I versed today, my matchups were Sylphimon, which obviously not that important of a deck. But then we versed Tamers, Cross Hunters. Obviously, Tamer's very important there. And then finals was Blue Hybrid. Tamer's very important there. So I had these in my hand. I barely went into them today. The promo Destromon is just the best. I got 4 of it, so I think I'm going to go back to like a ratio like this. Probably 3 and 2. I might even just do a 4 and 1. Like it was that clear. Obviously, the protection here is good. The de-digivolve on this card's good. The inheritable is good. By the way, the inheritable's kind of nuts. Return 2 Vems and an attack. So ideally, in a stack, you get both of these because one of them is return to redirect the attack into this target, and the other one's, return 2 Vems, just end the attack. So I really like that. But having both today on a Galacti stack was insane. So yeah. Basically on your Galacti stack, you're going to aim to have at least one Destromon inheritable. Ideally, you can have both. And ideally, you can have both Snatchmons too. But we'll get to that a little bit later in the combo. But yeah, just thought I'd talk about my mistake with the Destros today. Because you definitely want that promo, guys. It's insane. Getting on to the level 6s. It's 4 Galacti. Nothing to say here. It plays this. It plays the best card in the deck. Galacti started main, pops a Digimon. When Digivolving, put 4 cards with the Galacti in text under it. Literally, you can put the option, you put other Galactis, doesn't matter. Anything. Ideally Vemmon, but anything. Actually, there's some other good targets like the Destro and Snatches, but we'll get to that after. Start a main, delete one of your opponent's Digimon. When this would leave battlefield, strip 4 Vems, it doesn't leave. Very good, very good. Most importantly, on Digivolve, 4 cards under, play Ragnarok Cannon. Whole reason we're playing the deck, we have a win con now. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon, lowest play cost. This seems weak. Nah. Second effect, delay. When one of your Galacti attacks, delete your opponent's Digimon, lowest play cost. If it didn't delete, trash top of your opponent's deck down to 1. Yep, silly. Silly, and it lets us OTK. So we'll touch on that soon. Let me just put those aside for later. Alright, Tamers. You play 4 of the BT18 Zenith. This lets you OTK. It's one of the cards that's part of the OTK combo. That is why we play 4. 2 of the new Zenith, it's a memory setter, and it searches. It's Davis for this deck. It goes and gets a Vemmon in text and trashes the rest. That is so good. Setting up the bin and putting a Vemmon either on the field or in your hand. So this can add, once again, any of the other combo pieces because it searches for a Vemmon text. So this card is pretty perfect. Because the memory setter, we don't really want more than 2, so we're very happy with 2. And once again, this is the Zenith you'd still want to play most of the time. It helps you cycle through your card. Turn 1, like, if you could play either of these, that's great after you put Snatchmon in the back. But ideally this one, because you want it for the OTK. I guess turn 1 you should play your memory setter, though. But yeah, definitely try to get this one down. You want to max on this because it's part of the OTK. And OTKing people is funny. All right, options. There's not many. There's obviously Ragnarok Cannon. I'm playing 4, which can be a bit bricky. This deck does kind of have some bricks, but it's an OTK deck. Think of Fenrir Lugumon, Takemecha, whatever that's called. That had like 17 bricks, but it still killed people, right? This is kind of the same vibe here. Here's your Ragnarok Cannon that can be very bricky. You only really want to see one, but you know, the more can be okay. Fusionize, this card is low-key insane. This card can give you lethal. This card can, you know, make you not pass turn, so you can go into Galacti. This card can do a lot, and obviously Evo from trash. So once you see one Destro go in the bin, like, cool, I have access to that whenever I go into Snatchmon. Like, great. Absolutely insane. Love Fusionize. Crazy card. I would play 4 if we didn't have to spend so much room on the new stuff. This was always like a 3 to 4 of in my eyes, but now that we got to play like Cannon and more Tamers, it's like the deck's actually lost a lot of space, you know, for the better, because we have a win con now. But yeah, let me put I'll put Fusionize aside and one Ragnarok Cannon aside for later, because yeah, we're gonna do some comboing later, of course. Comboing, by the way, it's OTK, but you know, more or less the same. Our last option we played was one black Scramble. It's just good because it evolves, lets you evolve for 2. You can obviously recur of M1-2 and do the whole Galacti stack again. Mainly just Evo for 2 is really good. Because Snatchmon's evolve for 3, so that's one thing I didn't touch on. Both Snatches evolve for 3 costs, which is really bad for a level 4, but obviously they're very oppressive level 4s, almost on the level of like Rapidmon armor, more or less, so yeah. Anyway, there's a reason they evolve for 4, because the deck's crazy. Doraemon is the egg. Draw card. This is what you want to play. It's an OTK deck. Find your pieces. Find the pieces. Kill your opponent. You don't want to play the plus 3k new egg. The new Vemmon egg is a bait. It's really cool plus 3k. Yeah, great. But you don't care because you're only checking one security. So let's get into it. You want to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Vemmons in the trash. Okay? 8 in the trash. That's ideal. They could be Vemmon related cards actually. So we could simplify, or we're actually going to complicate this. One of them is going to be Snatchmon. One of them is going to be the old Destromon. One of them is going to be one of them is going to be promo. One of them is going to be the old one. And we'll use the new Snatchmon for our combo, but obviously they're kind of interchangeable, aren't they? But I think this one's the best demonstration of the combo. So in the bin, we'll just have 5 Vems to kind of finish it up, huh? There's a lot of ways to do this combo. We'll just do it from the most linear way first, which is Snatchmon. All right, hard play Snatchmon for 2. Okay, 2 memory, hard play Snatchmon. Put the 4 Vems from trash underneath to Digicross into it. So instead of 6, it's going to cost 2. Great. End of turn, you can Evo, but let's say 2 cost normally doesn't pass turn. So you're going to be able to Fusionize from there for free because you have Snatchmon. So let you put an additional Vemmon under. So sorry, we do need another Vemmon in the trash. Put that additional Vemmon under, and then you can Evo into one of the Destros. Normally you want to go into this one and pop a bunch of stuff, right? This will be free because you've got 5 Vemmons, and because you have 5 Vemmons, you'll be able to pop 8 play cost worth of stuff. That is an Ace Mega. That is, you know, 2 Ace level 4s, level 5, sorry. It's a Tamer or 2, or a weak Digimon or a Tamer, and a Tamer. So very, very cool. From here, you're going to go into your Galacti for 6, and yes, that's a lot, but that's fine. You can now stack your Fusionize and all your other stuff. Ideally, you don't stack Fusionize, and you just got like another Vemmon under there, but, you know, it doesn't matter what you've got, honestly, just as long as you've got a bit of everything. Now, on your opponent's turn, we're just going to make an L so you can see all the pieces. Pardon me. On your opponent's turn, you will have, oh, sorry, of course, Galacti plays out Ragnarok Cannon. How could I miss the most important step? We got the Cannon out now. I've deleted something. Great. On your opponent's turn, if they attack, you can remove 2 Vemmon from this, redirect the attack here from this Destromon. The new Destromon will give him remove 2 Vemmon to end the attack, just say no to it. So that's great for Digimon that can't be blocked. You just say, oh, just, you know, they have unblockable, this Digimon can't be blocked. Great, attack's ended. Like, no comprehende. You've also got the Snatchmon inheritable, so when you do send Vemmons back, you restand and you get blocker. So even if you are stood up, you still get blocker. So that's great. And apart from that, you can remove 4 Vemmon at any time to not die. Right? That's great. Now, one card we did miss in the setup is you need to have this. You need to have old Zenny on the field, the old one. Now, the reason being, the turn comes back to us. Let's say all of this survives. You need to have at least 2 Vemmons, right? You can lose. Let's say you sent 2 Vemmons back. Let's say we sent 4 back. We sent 4 back to protect ourselves, right? And then we went back to the deck. That's fine. All right. On your turn, you should just have at least 2 Vemmons under your Galacti, and your opponent might have a Digimon or 2, and that's okay. Start of your main phase, you're going to pop one of their Digimon, preferably the one that's higher in play cost and DP. Then you're going to activate your Zenith, just trash and, any old Vemm to get some memory. You don't have to, it's just a thing you can do. What you're going to do from here is you're going to swing in. Now, you've popped your opponent's bigger Digimon. Now you're going to activate Zenith. Zenith on attack is going to de-Digivolve one of their Digimon. And the cool thing about this is it doesn't have to target anything. So I'm putting 2 Vemms on the bottom of my deck. This triggers the Snatchmon inheritable from BT18 to restand. I don't even have to target something for de-Digivolve. I can just do it anyway. So even if their board's empty, you can do it anyway. So I'm swinging at security. I've de-Digivolved one of their Digimon. Now I'm going to use the other Snatchmon inheritable to delete one of your opponent's 4 play cost or less if any Vemmon went to the bottom of your deck, all turns. So you've de-Digivolved them. They're probably 4 cost or lower now. Delete them. Then you're going to go cool Ragnarok Cannon delay, trash the rest of, trash, all their security, and you're still attacking. This restood, so your attack still goes through, checking that last card. So they have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've Ragnarok Cannon 4 of them away, and you've checked the 1. Oh, look, your Galacti's restood. Swing for game. So that's the OTK. And now it's just about, if you play the deck, you need to see all the lines of play to get there. So for example, if you promote a Vemmon with a Dorimon, you're normally going to want, whoops, went for a trip there. You're going to want to go for a suspension. You want to flip that top 3, and you need to hit a Vemmon underneath. Why do you need to hit a Vemmon? Because it makes it cheaper. You can do this combo from 3 memory if you hit everything just right. It doesn't matter which Snatchmon you go into here, just go into one of them. As long as you got 3 memory, you're good to go. That's kind of a rule of thumb in this deck. You got 3 memory, you're good to go. If you got 2 memory, you have to go into this one, and you have to skip the Destromon step like I showed a bit earlier in the video. So let's say at 3 memory, you've now gone into this fella. You need to have 2 Vemmon in the trash at least to put under him. Fantastic. So you'll notice you got 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this point in the combo, you will pass turn if you Digivolve into either Destromon, because they both cost 5 like we mentioned earlier. Unless you have Fusionize. So this is where Fusionize comes into the combo. You either need to have 4 memory, or you need to have Fusionize. So it can kind of help you skip. You could skip steps if you got more memory, but ideally, if you want to do the play like properly and give your opponent the least amount of memory, you have Fusionize. You go Fusionize, it lets you put yet another Vemm under your stack, reducing your Evos again. So that means now you're either going to Digivolve from trash or Digivolve from your hand, doesn't really matter, as long as you got a Destro somewhere, into this for free. So you should still be at 0 memory, right? We started at 3, we should be at 0 thanks to Fusionize and all that shenanigans. That means, of course, we can go into the big boy himself, Galacti, to pass the turn. Sadly, we're going to give our opponent 6. It's just how it has to be because it's so good. You're going to get your Ragnarok Cannon and go through your trash and look at the inheritables you've got. In this case, we've got BT21 Snatch, and we've got Promo Destro. So ideally, when I look in my bin, I've got 5 Vemms. So 6 Vemms is kind of ideal. So we're going to get 1 Vemm from the trash. We're going to go, okay, let's get the Destromon inheritable from BT21, because I'm missing that one. And let's get the Snatchmon inheritable from BT18, the OTK Snatchmon, right? This is the Snatchmon that lets you restand and get blocker, or just restand for the OTK with Zenith. So make sure you've got that as well. Sometimes you just have to do filler cards. Just note, Galacti says cards in text that say Vemmon. So sometimes you've got to put this. Sometimes you're putting your Tamers, right? It doesn't matter. As long as you can shove stuff under there to fulfill the requirements to play the cannon for free, you're good. But ideal, I'm just going to show you what I think is ideal, right? So yeah, Vemmons are always good, but Snatch and Destroys with different inheritables to the ones you have are good too. I'm just going to put this in an L shape once again so you can see it, because otherwise it's a bit confusing. Great, we've got the Galacti. He plays out the cannon for free. And now you're just hoping your opponent doesn't go wide. And as I mentioned, opponents will try to go wide. And you just have to remember, you got starter main, pop something. You've ideally got a Zenith here to help de-Digivolve and trigger the Snatchmon to pop again. And then you got cannon. Apologies. Don't be afraid to just build a second Galacti as well. I had games today where I wasn't winning through the Ragnarok cannon and I had to just build a second Galacti and just swing normally. That shouldn't happen too often. A lot of your games, you're just going to tunnel vision the combo, okay? I know it's a big combo. I'll show you once again every card you need for the combo before we close off the vid. Because, yeah, you do need a lot, okay? And I'll put the pieces you need absolutely at the top. And the pieces you need not so much at the bottom. So Fusionize is optional. Ragnarok Cannon you absolutely must have. I'm just going to put one Destromon at the top and one at the bottom. But once again, it's like, you know, you just need one of them. You don't need both. Obviously, it's matchup dependent. I would say you need this Snatchmon. I'll put the more important ones at the top. You need this Snatchmon, like, holy moly. This Snatchmon gives you the OTK with Zenith. So, speaking of which, we need Zenith. This Zenith in particular. Oh, we've got a bit of glare on the camera there. Like, you're going to see this OTK and all the cards you need, and you're going to think, that's too many cards for an OTK deck. And, like, you're right. You're absolutely right, but that's just how it is. We're going to need, like, at least, I like to say 5 Vemmons in trash, like 5 or 6. 5 or 6 is, like, a pretty solid number. So, yeah, I don't know. We'll put these here. You got a bunch of Vems that you need. You've got your one Snatch. Ideally, you have both Snatches, so we're running out of room, but we're going to have the Inheritables, I think, are more important on the top, and the ones that are less important on the bottom. But also, you need your Galacti, which is also on the top line. So, yeah, look. So, here's kind of the hierarchy of what you want to see. So, you can see why I built the deck this way, I hope. I hope that makes sense. I built the deck to draw as much as it can, find the pieces, and just try to set up the Ragnarok OTK, right? We just want to leave our opponent alone, except just break their board. Just break your opponent's board. Sorry, I'm trying to get that glare. Where's that glare at? There it is. We're just going to break our opponent's board as much as we can, over and over and over, until we can just OTK them with the Galactic combo. So yeah, you're going to need one of this, 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 a bunch of Vs. Ideally, you have these to make it like cheaper / better, but worst case scenario, you just need all this. You need one Zenith, one Galacti, one Cannon, one Destro, one Snatch, but you do need a bunch of Vems. I couldn't give you a number, really. You just need a bunch. So, yeah, make sure Galacti needs to have 4 cards in the bin to put under. It can be Vems. It can be anything here. So, just note, if you're desperate, you just put under random stuff, and that's fine. You will brick on stuff like multiple Ragnarok Cannon and multiple Fusionize and multiple Zenith. It's just how the deck is, sadly. Like, you got to see those pieces, so I'm playing them at 4. Maybe in future I'll play them at a lower number, but right now, that's how I'm playing the deck. So let me know what you think. I think it worked out for me. The first locals didn't go so good. The second one we did. We got the big Imperial. But, yeah, super stoked about that. And going to try play some Adventure next. So, yeah, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. You'll see more first place deck profiles from my locals. Because we're a pretty cool and competitive scene. So make sure you stick around for more of that. I'll catch you guys next time. And let me know your texts in the comments. Do you think I'm playing the deck right or wrong, right? I see a lot of different Galacti lists, and no one's really playing the build the way I am, I want to say. Not to say I'm playing it right, but just more people, I think, are focusing on the control aspect. Like, people are playing some of the old Galacti. People are playing, like they're not maxing on the option. They're not maxing on the new Galacti. I don't know, man. They're maxing on that Vemmon I spoke about that I think is really bad. Like, let me come back to that point before I leave, because otherwise people might be like, why do you hate that Vemmon so much? So I look at a lot of these cards from the turn 1 value I can get from them, right? Because the most important turns of the game are like turn 1 and 2, I want to say, and what you do on those turns. And like, what is this doing for me, guys? Why is this a 4 of in some people's list? This card turn 1, I put it on the stack, or I hard play it, and I can even tap at the turn I've hard played it if it didn't pass, right? It's like this card searches. Whether I put it in the back, put it in the front, I can tap it and search, or my opponent thinks, oh, I got to out it. Like, that's great, because it's pressure, it's searching. What does my opponent do if I play this? They don't care, like, and I don't care. Turn 1, if I put this in the back and this on the field, like, imagine I open only these 2 Vemmons. This is a reason I should cut down to 1. I put one in the back and I put one on the field to pass, like, what, next turn I promote? I can't even tap these and search? Like, what are these doing? Like, they're terrible. Turn 1, turn 2, they're terrible. And people say, oh, they're good in the mid and late game. Brother, there's no mid and late game in this deck. Like, the mid and late game, I've already Galactic Cannon killed them. Like, what are you talking about? And people are like, oh, you can recycle a card from the trash. It's like, has anyone played this deck? Like, hello, we have Fusionize. It literally facilitates the trash being an extra hand. Like, this just felt like a strange card for us to get, to be honest. Not that I'm complaining about having a way to get stuff out of trash. With Scramble and Fusionize already being part of the archetype, it just felt really strange to me. And I know the new Inheritable can, in theory, make Evolution to Snatchmon cheaper, but it hasn't come up for me yet. I just don't think it's relevant. Like, a lot of the time, if you can't evo to Snatch for 3, that's fine. You're just going to hard play the Digicrossing one. So anyway, I think that's enough on my thoughts on all this deck. Let me know your thoughts now in the comments later.